I'm trying to Google something about my last scene, and like my Google history comes up. The last thing I searched is I can't say it. This retard a slur. Oh god.
Hey guys, and welcome to the latest episode of the Up Real Late podcast. This week we are on episode 31. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here, as always, by Tim McGavick. What up, Tim?
Not much. Just got my back turned to the Superbowl because I don't care.
Ruthless. Also here, Tyler Switolski.
I am actually watching the sporting event. I enjoy sports.
Sports, eh? Sporting.
Spoken like a true sportsman.
Yeah.
Oh, good old pigskin.
How do you win?
No idea. Also here is Adam Franey.
I actually am a sports fan.
Yeah.
And I'm peeking over Ty's shoulder here, but the second I'm asked to deliver any insight, I will zone right back into the podcast.
How do you get a goal?
It's I don't beyond me. Let's just run down a few topics that we're going to talk about this week on the podcast. As usual, we're going to discuss our last seen movies, as well as our review of the week, which this week is the latest Coen Brothers film, Hail Caesar. And also, we're going to talk about some news that came out this week. Primarily, some Superbowl trailers, which came out tonight. So there's several that we'll get into later, including Captain America Civil War, Jason Bourne, Independence Day, Jungle Book, Tmnt 2, X-Men. So we'll get into that later. And also, if you guys do want to skip ahead to any of those topics that I just mentioned, go in the description box below on YouTube and click on any of the timestamps, and you can skip ahead. And also, if you guys do like our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like and, of course, comment on the video if you guys have anything to say. Let's get started into our last scenes. Anyone want to start us off this week? Anyone got some good ones?
I think I should go because my last scenes have been not so great.
Ruthless.
I mean, the time when you talked about a television show?
Half the seasons, yes.
Okay.
Let's ignore that.
Great.
I'll give you guys a little plot synopsis and see if you guys can guess this movie.
All right.
I'll give you the writer-director first. This was written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh.
A 10-year-old southern girl,
Spirited Away.
Chihiro, you got it, and her parents accidentally stumble upon the entrance to the spirit world while traveling to their new house. Once there, Chihiro's parents are transformed into pigs, and Chihiro finds herself at a bathhouse where she's met with a variety of spirits, beasts, witches, monsters, and gods.
What a synopsis.
This movie is apparently steeped in metaphor and allegories for for capitalism, Japanese economy, culture, all that type of stuff gets brought up.
Apparently.
He
says.
This is considered Miyazaki's magnum opus of sorts. It won Best Animated Film. It's usually up there with his best movie of all time, right?
Yep, it's considered his best.
This is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
You hesitated there, right?
You were scared
me. Scared, guys.
You're
I
trying
loved
to freak
it.
me out, you little shit.
Let's just get this out of the way. It's a 5-banger.
Whoa!
Throwing it out
shit.
there.
Okay, look out, boys.
Amazing world building. Great creature design. The story's really deep and pretty dark, but then you get these outrageous characters that are just really weird looking, or they just act in really weird ways, like that giant baby and
the grandma
and
whose head is massive,
and then she has a bird that looks exactly like her and stuff too, which is weird.
Just outrageous.
There's No Face, which is a spirit with a mask.
I love that character.
There's Kamaji, who's a 6-armed guy who runs the boiler for all the water for the bathhouse.
There could be one inside you, Adam.
Running
the boiler.
Yeah. The boiler.
If you guys haven't seen this movie, I mentioned this movie I think on the podcast a little while ago, maybe in episode 1 or 2.
It was early on.
Ashley's mom had rented this by accident.
Episode 1
for her and her daycare kids, and I don't think they made it very far.
No?
But Ashley was watching it with me today briefly, and she's like, "This movie's fucked," and then she started watching something else.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very inside, eh?
Yeah.
How many Miyazaki films have you seen?
This is now 3 or 4, I think I've seen.
3 or 4, okay.
I've seen Crimson Pig, this one, and Princess Mononoke. So 3.
Is this your favorite of the?
This is my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Of the 3?
Nice.
With Princess Mononoke being right behind it.
I'd say it's right up there. I think Wind Rises is my personal favorite. But
I still gotta watch that
this
one.
is very close. Like, they're neck and neck for me.
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle is really good.
I was debating about watching that one today or
I don't
Spirited Away, and I was like, I should watch Spirited Away.
Castle in the Sky is good too.
Decent.
Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind is really good.
There's a whole bunch.
They're all those
prolific.
4 that I mentioned. Like, they're very similar like themes.
Yeah, this has like a lot of similar design to Princess Mononoke. I find,
Yeah.
like especially with Haku. He's a mysterious character that pops up, and he has like a dragon form. And the dragon, like the face of the dragon, looks like the wolf god from Princess Mononoke, which I last seen weeks ago.
Now, I don't know if you know the answer, but is this the only movie he's done that won Best Animated Feature?
Yeah, this is also the highest grossing movie in Japan ever.
Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah,
It's made like $290 million or something like that.
yeah.
All the Studio
do
Ghibli
remember that.
movies like do really well.
Yeah.
Really?
In Japan, like really well.
Have you heard
They're
of
like
they're closing
Pixar,
down?
Disney over there.
I watched when Marnie was there today. It's very good. Is that their last movie?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jake McKinnell. He said it's their last movie ever. They're shutting down.
They're sort of taking a hiatus
Really?
since Miyazaki like retired.
The entire studio.
Yeah,
That's insane.
they're like taking a break. I think they got to be back, or because he's not the only director at Studio Ghibli.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane that he would retire and then they'd
So-
be like, "Well, we're done."
Well, he's like an amazing producer. He's like the John Lasseter of like
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ghibli. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
so I mean, it's a big deal for him to like retire. So they're kind of like stepping back, reevaluating the situation. I guess they might like come back under a different name or.
So you're a boss. You retire, and the whole studio's like, "We're fucked.
Yeah.
We'll just shut down."
All right. So 5-banger, right?
5-banger for Tim. Absolutely loved it.
Wow. You got to knock out the rest of the.
I'm gonna be knocking him out.
Oh yeah.
Knock him out, bud.
God.
All right. Anyone else want to jump in with their last scenes? Tyler. Let's go over to you.
I'll go.
Just got stared down there.
I just got like a firm stare down from Adam there.
I don't know what he's talking about. I was trying to see the Super Bowl through him.
Oh, okay. I think someone
Through
got,
his face.
I think someone got points. I'm not sure exactly how it works. There's a lot going on right now as a ref, and I don't get it. So, I went like in a little bit of a different direction this week.
Just gotta preface this by saying,
I gotta preface everything I do in this podcast.
Did you watch
by
something
saying,
good? Is that
Wow,
a different
that's
direction?
hurtful.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Riley is a happy, hockey-loving 11-year-old.
okay,
Midwestern girl, but when her world turns upside down when she and her parents
Inside out,
move to San Francisco. Riley's emotions, led by joy, try to guide her through this difficult life-changing event. However, the stress of the move brings sadness to the forefront. When joy and sadness are inadvertently swept into the far reaches of Riley's mind, the only emotions left in headquarters are anger, fear, and disgust.
all right.
This is, of course,
Inside Out.
2015's Inside Out. First Pixar movie that I've reviewed on the podcast.
Really?
Have you seen them all? Or like most of them? Or?
I'd say most of them.
I thought you were going to say the first you've ever seen.
No.
Holy shit.
I'd see there's probably very few that I haven't seen.
Right. Okay. The favorite to win Best Animated Picture right now.
Yes, and I gotta say, how could it not?
Ooh!
Like,
Bold.
this
Not really.
was like
By not, I mean you haven't seen the other ones, right?
the
other nominees.
I only I saw this one, so it's
you
gotta be
gotta
like everyone else's shit
How
compared
could
to
it
this
not?
one. Like, this was a very like emotional. This was very like
Not a.
Literally.
yes. So all the cast, we have Amy Poehler, who played Joy. Phyllis Smith played Sadness. Mindy, how do you say Kaling? Kaling? I don't know.
Killing.
She played Disgust. Bill Hader played Fear.
My boy.
Comedian Louis Black played Anger.
Weakest part of the movie.
That's not true.
Ruthless.
And
Disagree.
Caitlin Diaz played Riley. I'm sorry, I gotta go back. How would you say Louis Black was
Louis Black's terrible. It's such a fake anger thing he does.
Yeah, not a fan.
Awful.
I'm not.
Scott?
I didn't find it distracting.
It's not distracting, but he's by far the worst part, and I think they could have done better
I
casting.
think it was Anderson.
That's all I got.
Anderson on Film Vault said he doesn't write his like angry rants, and like his whole angry thing is
He
like
just yells.
all a sham.
Yeah.
Like
Can you
he's
think
not
of
even that guy.
Anyone else who has
He's a comedian.
an
It's
angrier
so- yeah,
voice,
it's-
like they could put on a better angry voice than
He,
Louis Black.
he fit this role of anger,
Yeah.
I thought. But I'm just saying, I'm not a fan in general of his. I thought he was good in the movie. I don't know.
He's
Tim's
okay.
crazy.
He's okay.
Tim's got a red beard, so
So do you.
he can't be trusted.
That's
a visual joke on a podcast. Anyway.
Yes. It transfers well.
I know.
So this movie took me on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was right.
This movie took you on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
The
I thought
robot.
you were a Cylon. I thought you didn't have one.
Right. It made me feel Scott. Okay.
Oh, he's emotionless.
Like
It
early
made me
on.
feel too.
Like early on, when you see it was kind of a different take on what they've like what they've done with emotions in I'd say cartoons.
Original.
Yeah, very very original.
Plus, we're up for best original screenplay
Again,
at the Oscars.
how could it not win? Like, this was again, I haven't seen the other nominees.
Well,
I'm going into this blind.
Whoa!
Like I got no idea.
The rest of the field's shit.
Yeah, compared to this, I haven't seen the other ones. I'm assuming they're shit though. Yeah. Especially all the memories and how each one kind of each emotion could change the memory, and it was something that I'd never really thought of before.
yeah. For me, I think what was great about this film was how they realized those abstract ideas and concepts, and actually realized them physically.
Yeah.
And made them real. Like a memory is a sphere with the actual memory, and the color denotes what emotion is associated with that memory, and how there's the core emotions that are there, those islands of whatever, I forget, and how just everything kind of made sense. You're like, oh yeah, I could see how that's
and then how a memory gets tainted because sadness has touched it, and then all of a sudden that happy memory is now a sad memory because it has a whole new meaning as you're growing up and stuff. It's nuts.
Yeah, it was.
Crying right now, guys. I have to go.
That's deep.
happy memories became sad.
Very I got it back to how original this was. Every single
I agree with you.
going through
concept amazing.
The memories, the library of memories there with everything constantly changing, how sadness walked through, and everything was it was something that I'd never really considered or even thought of.
The deep memories where the imaginary friend was in the deep recesses of the memories.
I'm assuming this was who was the elephant? This little weird
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
The one Scott's been talking about since we started this podcast. About sobbing over, if you will.
I definitely shed a tear over Bing Bong without spoiling anything, but yeah.
It was emotional.
What I want to know, Ty, is did you shed a tear?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Did you feel what you believe to be what other humans feel when they shed tears?
I feel like I could have shed a tear.
Right.
I don't know if that's...
But you physically
I did not. I
repressed
felt
it.
very, very sad.
So it's what we up real laters call misty-eyed.
Yes, okay. I wasn't...
You did actually get misty-eyed for the
No.
first time? No?
No, I was very sad again. But
Tear duct glands.
I think they were
They
still
are
shut
frozen
when I was a
over.
They say
kid.
they're clogged or something.
Yeah. This is a
Super
heavy,
glued shut.
heavy 4 for me.
Damn,
Before.
flirted with the 5-banger?
I did. It was really there. It was 4 or 5, 4 or
If a
5.
tear fell,
It would
it
have been
would
an
have been
instant 5.
5
Yeah, if a tear rolled.
Yeah. There is exceptions to that. Of course, I cried during Fantastic Four, but that's because it was an
Wow.
instant 0.
Suicidal.
different when
yeah.
you want to kill yourself.
Yeah. Very different tears.
Oh my
Very
God.
different.
Ruthless.
So I again, Pixar never disappoints. This was amazing.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, let's move over to Adam. Break out the memory bank there.
Let me just dust off my memory bank, see if I
What
can
do you-
remember my last scene.
What do you got for us this week?
I'll start with a little synopsis. See if you guys clue in. I don't even know if you guys have seen this or not. I'll just start by saying it's a movie I've always wanted to see for many years.
Okay.
A Russian teenager living in London who dies during childbirth leaves clues to a midwife in her journal that could tie her child to a rape involving a violent Russian mob family.
Shit, eh?
2007's
Eastern Promises.
Oh,
Eastern fucking Promises.
those
Directed
Eastern
by Toronto native, where we happen to be located, David Cronenberg. Classic director, did The Fly, History of Violence, Crash, not the Oscar Crash.
No.
Very disturbing Crash.
Promises. Yeah.
Written by Stephen Knight, who wrote Locke. Me and Tim
One
love.
I like
Scott
it.
hates.
I like it.
Oh, sorry, Scott likes it. Pawn Sacrifice, Burnt, and upcoming World War Z 2.
Burnt's alright.
Haven't seen it, but I just know it got shit on.
It's okay. It's average.
Stephen Knight, though, good writer. Starring Viggo Mortensen, Naomi Watts, Vincent Cassel, among a plethora of others.
I forget the name of there's like an older like patriarch Russian guy.
Yeah, like
I forget his name.
Vincent Cassel's dad.
Yeah, he's great.
I know, I can't remember his name, but
I've seen him
he's
before in
great.
something.
I've got to say, I've never heard of this movie, but that was the most gripping synopsis I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
there's so many
exactly,
things,
right?
like death, rape, childbirth, Russians, like...
So,
What more could you ask for in a movie?
Yeah.
let me just hit you with this. Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn himself,
Yeah.
plays a Russian mobster.
Okay, I gotta see.
Oscar-nominated Russian
He's
mobster.
like a hitman.
Oscar-nominated Russian mobster at that. Which, looking through
Fully
the...
tatted up, like
Oh,
Russian accent.
looking through the nominees, he was great. No, shouldn't be a surprise here. I love this movie.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Heck yeah, you did.
Scott, Tim, have you seen it?
Yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Scott,
At least a 4.5.
holy shit.
I had to look back.
Thank you, boys.
Heavy 4.
Ty, you gotta see it.
Yeah.
It's sick.
I'm gripped.
Just for that fight alone in the bathhouse.
Oh my god, I'll get there. I watched it because I've been working on a best gangster film letterbox list, like top 10. I've seen this in like the top 10 gangster films, so I'm like, shit, I gotta knock this puppy out. I don't know, it just blew me away. Like, I knew, and I always knew I would like it. That's a funny thing, and I finally got around to watching it. Viggo Mortensen is amazing.
He is.
He's maybe the most underrated actor.
Have you seen History of Violence?
Yes, love it.
Okay.
It's a 4. And then same director with Viggo doing another like gangster film, 100% different though. Like Viggo's performance in this movie is amazing.
Yeah.
His accent is perfect, and it's not like over the top like Quicksilver Russian. It's like just subtle, kind of like, you know, under his breath kind of thing. And he just plays this like stoic like mobster who's actually kind of auditioning to like move up in the ranks to get the stars, they call them, of like this gang. That's when you become gang like royalty almost. So he's kind of shadowing Vincent Cassel's character,
who's the son of like the patriarch,
son of like the godfather, so to speak, of the Russian mob. And Vincent Cassel's like a loose cannon. He's basically insane. Yeah. And Viggo's the opposite. He's just like the cool, calculated
kinda
one.
Like wrangle him in kind of thing.
So it's I don't know, it's different. It's more of a drama kind of. It's not like not like a Goodfellas. Where like hilarious, like crazy, like wildness. It's like like slow burn, builds suspense really well. You know,
Naomi Watts is trying to like figure out, you know, what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a cool like side of the story where you've got the side story of Naomi Watts trying to figure out from clues in this diary of like what's going on with this baby that she's basically helping raise. Yeah, she plays a nurse. And she kind of gets
who the mother is.
She gets intertwined with this like lone wolf in Viggo, and I don't know. I like that they didn't really make Viggo like the heart of gold guy. Like he's still a dark guy. He still does some like fucked up stuff.
He cuts off people's fingers and shit, right? That seems hilarious if I remember correctly.
Oh, you remember correctly.
He also like eats a cigarette or puts one out on his tongue. I forgot which one.
He puts one out.
I'm sure he ate it as well.
He puts it out on his tongue, yes, as an intimidation tactic, and it is terrifying. There's this scene where Naomi Watts' dad gets really mad at him and kind of tells him to like never come around their family again, and he does the most terrifying thing I've ever seen Viggo Mortensen do. As like the dad comes up to him and smacks him, and he's like going off on him in Russian and just spits in his face. Viggo just wipes the spit away. Naomi Watts and her mother are like dragging the dad back into the house, and Viggo just locks eyes with them and like puts his 2 fingers like at his throat and just gives him this like death glare. He's just like, and just touches his Adam's apple with his 2 fingers. And it's just like terrifying. Like I'm like, okay, he just killed this guy with a look. Yeah, like I felt physically
like the kiss of death.
Yeah, like the kiss of death.
The look of death.
So yeah, I don't know. I thought Viggo made the movie
amazing.
For me.
Yeah, he stole the show.
And like Tim said, he's basically he sees one of their colleagues frozen and dead in like a mini fridge, like deep freeze thing. Yeah. And like the other guys are just taken aback, and he just looks to his boss. He's like, "Do you have hair dryer?" And then cut to him just like blow drying, like thawing out his corpse, so they can cut his like fingertips off, and so he can't get ID'd.
Yeah.
And he's just like hacking a dart. Vigo, he's got a dart in his mouth, just blow drying this corpse, just like savage.
Yeah.
And just takes his wallet out and like tosses it to his boss, saying, "Take that." It's amazing. And just if you know Vigo from like Lord of the Rings and everything, seeing him play this
completely different character.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a scene that I thought was like particularly powerful where he's talking to the big Russian mafia. He's basically like in his like job interview, like final stages, and they're putting him through kind of like a mental test, just saying like, your mother's like a whore and your father's nothing, and he's just accepting it. Like, yes, I am nothing. Like, I am soulless. I'm a killer. I'm just like, oh my god. So, yeah, it was amazing. And
there's one scene that you want to talk
I have
about.
to say, this obviously the best scene of the movie, and very infamous scene that's like on YouTube. I saw it before I saw the movie. Full nude bathhouse fight.
To the
death.
Brutal.
Maybe the like most vicious fight scene I've ever seen.
Bathhouse. Is this a tie-in to Spirited Away?
Yes. Yes, it is. The perfect ties tie-in.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I saw Viggo Mortensen.
You saw everything.
I saw
all of
Being
Viggo.
thrown around.
Just flopping around.
I saw it all.
To death.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Gotta see this movie.
All right.
Yeah. Ty suddenly and I'm in.
Russian nude bathhouse?
What are you giving it, bro?
Heavy 4 reels.
Heavy 4.
Heavy. Flirted with the 5-banger, much like Ty with Inside Out. Maybe on a rewatch, but as of right now, Heavy 4 blew me away, really. I loved it.
All right. Awesome. I'll come in with my last scene here. Mine, I think, is a ties tie-in.
Oh.
To this week's review of the week, and that's Hail Caesar. The last movie I saw was a film that came out in 1953, currently sitting at a smooth 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
And that is Julius Caesar,
Whoa.
directed by Joseph Mankiewicz, starring Marlon Brando, among others, Louis Calhern, James Mason, John Gielgud, Edmund O'Brien. This movie is essentially a film adaptation of the Shakespearean play Julius Caesar, and follows Brutus, Cassius sort of plotting against Julius Caesar, and eventually his death, and then the aftermath. There's a whole hour of like the aftermath, and I decided to go for this movie because I mean, Hail Caesar is sort of about a movie about Julius Caesar, and I was like, this is perfect. This is too perfect.
Literally perfect.
Set in the mid-50s. This came out in 53. I'm pretty sure like Hail Caesar is like about this movie basically. It's a little bit of a different story, but this movie was really good actually. I was surprised. I expected like a dry, boring, like Shakespearean like experience.
That's what I'm
thinking. Because it's all it's black and white like Shakespeare dialogue. But this is early in Marlon Brando's career, and he played Mark Antony. He was really good. Like, there's a lot of like soliloquies, I guess, like speeches that people give, and he was like, I was like, wow, this is great. All the actors involved they did a fantastic job. Like, especially John Gielgud as Cassius, I really liked him, and Brutus as well, James Mason. They were both really good. And the sets, too. Like, huge sets. Like, lots of extras. Like, kind of what you see in Hail Caesar. Like, except bigger.
Matte
like,
painting
way
background.
This won the Oscar for Best Art Direction, set direction for a black and white film.
Totally
Holy
see it,
shit.
Yeah. Like, amazing. Ty.
Cool. Fun fact, I've seen this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, It's amazing.
I'm sorry. What?
This is why Ty's on the podcast. Yeah.
For bombs like that.
When did you see it, and what did you think of it, Ty?
A long, long time ago.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Hang on. What's that hell? You've frozen over? I know. I can tell.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually really... you guys know me. If there's not a car chase, guns, and fire, I'm usually not into it.
Yeah.
But
you probably weren't into it.
I actually did really enjoy this movie.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that hell?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the performances, like, kind of stole from me. Like, everyone was just great. I don't know. Like, you expected, like, a dry experience, like I said, but it wasn't. Like,
it was right at the end when I saw, like you saw, like, everyone's, like, what they could really do, like, as like, actors at the very end. That, like, there's a very, like, emotional scene at the very end, right? Of course, everyone knows the story of Julius Caesar. But, like, everyone, like, when they all just went around, like, I saw, like, each one of them, it was really well done.
you mean like the death of Julius Caesar?
Yes.
Spoiler.
I was kind of dancing
Happened
around that. Yeah.
1,000 years ago.
What? Okay, now no one's going to watch this movie, Scott.
But
It's ruined for me.
yeah, I mean that was like a quarter of the way into the movie, actually, or like maybe halfway, like into the movie when that scene happens.
Really?
Yeah, but that was a really good scene, and the scene, sort of the aftermath of Marlon Brando on like the steps of the Senate, like giving a speech to all the people of Rome, basically.
Epic.
Like
sounding.
It was pretty amazing, and Brutus had like a great speech right before on the steps. And then he like left, and then Marlon Brando came out, like carrying Julius Caesar, and like had like an epic speech. It was like amazing.
Sick.
So Brando was amazing in this?
Yeah, and I also read that, you know, this is right after he did On the Waterfront,
Okay.
where he was like known as like he was like mumbling and like
Yeah.
people couldn't understand what he was saying,
He like
and people were like,
introduce
oh,
that
whoa,
stuff?
like Marlon Brando, like Mark Antony, like how is he gonna do Shakespeare? Like
Yeah.
all he does is mumble,
Right.
and then he just
right.
like went full like
Kind of like someone.
Into it.
Kind of like someone in Hail Caesar.
yeah.
Tint.
Basically, but he yeah, he kind of blew everyone away when this movie came out, because everyone's like, whoa, he can actually speak, like, yeah, like
He speaks.
he can actually enunciate his words properly. But yeah, I really enjoyed Julius Caesar. I'm gonna give it this is tough, I'll probably give it light 4.
Damn.
As far as
Damn.
Shakespeare adaptations go, like this is up there with Macbeth.
Really?
It's probably my favorite.
The Fassbender
Yeah,
Macbeth?
Fassbender Macbeth.
Yeah. Me too. Out of the one I've seen.
It's really good, yeah. Definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a nice Shakespeare adaptation. I think with that, we'll move into our review of the week. And that is Hail Caesar, directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, starring Josh Brolin, George Clooney, Alden Ehrenreich, I hope I got that right,
Nailed it.
Ray Fiennes, Scarlett Johansson, Tilda Swinton, Channing Tatum, Frances McDormand, Jonah Hill, and narrated by Michael Gambon. Tim, hit us with that synopsis.
Eddie Mannix is a fixer at Capitol Pictures, but when the star of the epic film Hail Caesar goes missing, Eddie finds himself being overwhelmed with a pregnant actress, a disgruntled director, pushy gossip writers, a new job offer, and trying to quit smoking, which all makes his day that much more complicated.
Nice.
Synopsis.
Eddie Mannix, played by Josh Brolin, of course. Maybe not, of course. This movie also was the cinematography of this movie was done by Roger Deakins.
The master.
Wow. Let's get into it. What do we like or dislike, perhaps, about Hail Caesar?
Who's going
Anyone
first?
Do you guys want Ashley's take on this?
Yes.
Well, let's start with
Ashley.
Ashley's
Ashley.
Corner.
Ashley's Corner, one of our favorite segments here. I saw this with my girlfriend Ashley and Ty.
Thank you.
This is what Ashley had to say about it. Fucking awful. Quote, it was like an hour and a half comedy sketch that wasn't funny. Quote, jealous of the 4 people that left about 30 minutes into the movie.
That's ruthless.
Ruthless.
Jealous of the people that got to leave.
Yes.
But Tim made me stay.
Tim,
Hence why I have to see The Choice with her to make up for
Oof.
this.
Oh my
I
god,
sure.
I'm so sorry, Tim.
I will not be last seeing that. Maybe I will.
So Tim,
Please
do
don't.
your opinions of the movie line up with your girlfriend's?
They do not line up with my girlfriend's.
Really?
I like Tails either.
Oh,
You liked it.
I liked it.
I thought you were gonna agree with that one.
No.
79% of all critics agree with you in that statement.
It's very Coen Brothers.
Very,
Very, very, very, very Coen Brothers.
very Coen Brothers.
Um,
One might say full Coen Brothers.
they went pretty full Coen Brother in this one. But yeah, performances were pretty great. I thought Josh Brolin was pretty hilarious for the most part. He hasn't really acted much. He's usually him just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Sicario he was getting into, but he was doing his typical thing.
I liked him in Everest. You know,
Yeah. He's okay.
Sicario in
Everest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked Aldrich. What's his name? Ehrenreich.
Alden Ehrenreich
Yeah, he stole it. I thought he was fantastic.
as Hobie Doyle.
It's Hobie Doyle.
Who's
How
that?
about George Clooney as Baird Whitlock? What do you guys think of George?
Old Georgie.
I'll start by saying what I thought of the movie.
Sure.
We should give some what we thought vaguely.
Go ahead.
Didn't like. Not a fan. Very disappointed. I can't. I wouldn't go as far as what Ashley was saying. I didn't hate it, but it was overall. Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought none of the comedy hit me, and just the performances were underwhelming. It just felt very dull and like lifeless for me. I'm astonished it's at 79% on Rotten Tomatoes because I had heard the reviews were bad. I don't know.
79%.
I don't know if that's
Certified fresh.
I don't know if it's a situation where it's like 79% with the average rating of like a 6 out of 10.
Perhaps.
I don't know. I have no idea. Because like that's right in line with kind of how I would feel about it. Just underwhelmed. And I was hyped. Like it was my fifth in my top 10.
I have to say, I think this is very anticipated for you.
It was, yeah, for sure. And it's funny because I was like, I was thinking this looks like a high level Coen Brothers because they can be hit or miss, but it just was like more on the low level for me. I don't want. Yeah, I think Scott and Ty, you should say what you thought, and then we can get into details.
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts. I didn't have such high expectations for this, maybe as you did.
Okay.
Because I've seen all of the Coen Brothers films.
Right.
It's kind of. It looked like it wasn't going to be that top level Coen Brother film.
The trailer fooled me. I thought it was.
To me, it didn't. I could
Really?
I could kind of see what was going to happen there, because I mean, yeah, after seeing like Lady Killers and like Hudsucker Proxy and those kind of lower Coen Brothers films,
Cruelty.
yeah, I don't know. It just it didn't quite hit. I kind of agree. I have some issues with this film. Overall, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I wouldn't say I disliked it. I don't know. I'm really on the fence about this one.
It's kind of how I feel. I'm kind of like indifferent. Would you say indifferent?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna really care about this movie in a year or something.
No, like when you're lining it up in your like Coen Brothers filmography, there's no way it's gonna be like top.
No, yeah, it's probably bottom half. Like I still liked it. But.
It's gonna be near the middle / bottom probably. I don't know. I feel like there's a good movie in there to be had. That for some reason the tone they didn't go the right way. I mean, they went the way that they wanted to go, but I feel like if they went like noir or something,
I have more to say on that we'll get to for sure.
If they went full noir, like say Man with No Name or something like that, like
The Man Who Wasn't There,
or sorry, The Man Who, yeah, what did I just say?
Man with No Name.
Man Who Wasn't There.
Who wasn't.
the black and white one with Billy Bob Thornton and Gandolfini.
Which was like 100% noir.
Yeah.
Coen Brothers.
If they did that kind of style with like Josh Brolin like as a fixer, like I feel like that would have been amazing. But the comedy just, I don't know, it just wasn't funny.
Thank you.
It had some funny moments, but I don't know, the times where you're supposed to laugh, I'm sorry, it just didn't work for me. But over to you, Ty.
You look like you're busting, and I can't tell if you loved it or hated it. You look like you're just dying to say something. So go ahead, say something.
Okay.
Go ahead right now.
Scott, I'm going to agree with you on a certain point. I feel like there was a good movie here that could have been good if they had changed everything.
Wow. So you're in line with Ashley on this.
Yes, I didn't hate it. Not as much as Ashley was fucking disgusted by this movie. I didn't hate this movie, but I was very misled by the trailer.
Really?
Yes.
In what manner?
And in the manner of which that it seemed like this was George Clooney was going to disappear very quickly in the movie, which, that happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it seemed like they were going to get together this ragtag team of very huge movie stars to get together and find him.
Like a rescue team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which did not happen.
So.
I guess, like it seemed like Scarlett Jo and
Channing
Tatum
Tatum.
would all be like teaming up, but
Ray
it's all like
Fiennes.
they all have like separate stories.
This is
going on.
like 7 stories going on at once.
Yeah. Hence my synopsis.
Yes.
It's more about like Josh Bone's character trying to deal with all these problems coming at him. I feel as opposed to like him putting together a rescue team as like a sweaty action flick or something.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It didn't even need to be action. That's
I thought it was
like,
Ocean's 11.
It's like they don't want to involve the police because they can't have this story getting out there. So they would get like all these actors to get together and try to find them.
Yeah.
So
I'll agree with you.
that's something that I kind of thought was going to happen. Not at all.
I feel like there's a lot of different ways they could have gone that would have been better than the result because the tone was
Ding, ding, ding.
The tone was they could have gone like just further in pick a direction of which way you want to go and just go it fully in that direction and it would have been a success. And I'm not saying it should have been a noir or it should have been a full like team up or a full comedy. Like I don't know. It's like they couldn't decide. I don't know.
I think like the Coen Brothers are artists, right? They're very eccentric. They're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to compromise anything. So, I'm not shocked that it kind of lacked direction because they're just going to do whatever weird idea they have, right? They're not going to let any studio be like, oh, make this or make this. I think they should have. Obviously, I think we would have got a better movie. But like I was thinking, what I was going to say earlier, I love the concept. It's such an awesome concept. Like when he goes to Jonah Hill, Josh Brolin, he's like, yeah, this is a guy. He's becomes people or something. I can't remember the specific wording, but
he's a professional person.
I want to see a movie about that. I was like, that is a better movie than this movie. Give me fucking Jonah Hill doing that. Like I would rather see a spin-off starring Jonah Hill. You know what I mean? Or like even just when Josh Brolin goes to the female star's house at the beginning and she's like getting pictures taken of her. Like I wanted more of that, more of him like going in and like having to trick the press and like cover up stars
dealing
giant
with Tilda
scandals.
Swinton's character and like trying to like keep her away and like
stuff like that. Yeah, but it just kind of like meandered. It just felt very dull and like
I think
lifeless.
The problem was there were like 4 or 5 different stories going on at once.
There's a lot,
and none of them were deep. You didn't care about any of them. They didn't go into in depth as to like what was going on, why. Like you didn't like it. None of the stories grabbed me.
Scott said it right. There's a good movie in here to be made. There really is, but it's just such a misfire. Like the execution is not good, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. Like in some characters, like for example, like Channing Tatum, like he had a kind of funny scene, like the whole like musical scene, like
which was amazing.
Enjoyed that.
I thought he did amazingly well in that.
Yeah, and like he sang and everything and danced. Like that was a nice homage to like those films, and that's kind of a one thing that they're obviously doing is it's an homage to like
Fred Astaire or
Hollywood films.
Yeah,
like each one of those characters, like they're sort of like based on someone in like real life, basically. Like,
Eddie Mannix is a real person.
Eddie Mannix is the one that's a real person.
Yeah, really.
Everyone else, like I read that like Baird Whitlock, who's George Clooney, is like basically Kirk Douglas. Channing Tatum is like Gene Kelly, basically.
Really?
Yeah, and like the other characters like Scarlett Johanssen, who is sort of she's an actress who does these like water like musicals, like synchronized swimming musicals, and like there was an actress who like did all those that was in the same time, and like the Alden Ehrenreich, his character as like the like acrobatic like cowboy B-movie star. There's someone that like
he like I feel like I had seen that in clips of like really old movies.
There's like an actor who like did stuff like that. He's kind of based on, and like Tilda Swinton's character as like the kind of gossip columnist. Like there was a gossip columnist like that, and I don't know. It's like I kind of see how they wanted to like pay homage to all those people, and I like that aspect of it, that idea. But as a film, like I don't know, it wasn't focused. Like it was very, like you said, meandering. So I don't know.
Like one negative thing. Oh God, I don't know his name. The lasso guy that you were just talking about.
Obi Doyle.
Obi Doyle. His storyline with the Latina girl.
She was based on a person too.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Don't need it. Hate it. Like when he's outside, like doing those lasso tricks. Like, was that funny to you guys? Like that did not. Was it supposed to be funny?
I was slightly entertained when he did that.
Yeah.
Rest of the movie.
And then he's got the spaghetti lasso going. Like no, get it out. Don't want it.
I did kind of like. I did like his character though. I gotta say, like, besides those kind of dumb comedy parts that didn't work for me.
Well, he's in the funniest part of the movie with Ralph Fiennes, who was my favorite character in the movie.
Ralph Fiennes' character?
Yeah.
Yeah. As Lawrence.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah.
That was amazing. Trying to deliver the line. What is it?
Was it a twir?
Was that what?
Would that twir so simple?
Oh, were that it were.
Were that it was so simple. Were that it was so simple.
Were that it were so simple.
It's complicated.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lawrence. I'm sorry.
I did love that payoff. How
trippingly? Say trippingly.
How they're kind of going back and forth, and he's like fighting, like trying to like get him to say it, and then when you see the actual scene in the end, like he just says, it's complicated.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's pretty amazing. I don't know, like, I was going to say, though, like, I liked his character. Like, I liked how he seemed like a dumb, kind of, like, just throw-in character, like, who gets, like, crapped on for not being able to act, because he's, like, an action star. Yeah. And then he's actually, like, good at something else, which is, like, finding George Clooney and stuff like that, like, working with Eddie Mannix. Like, I feel like there could have been more, again, there could have been more there. They could have gone more in that route and, like, used his skills as, like, an action star to, like, do stuff to, like, help get George Clooney's character back.
We haven't talked about George Clooney. I thought he was good, I will say. I thought he was pretty funny. Because I'm not a George Clooney fan, so I find it funny when he plays this, like, bumbling, like, he's making a clown out of the George Clooney, like, persona. I find that hilarious. Because
he was alright. Yeah. He wasn't in it as much as I thought he was.
No, he wasn't in it very much, was he, actually? That's a good point. And I guess, is it spoiler to say, like, where he gets kidnapped?
I'd say so, yeah.
By who and everything?
Save it, yeah.
I guess we can get into that later if we're going to talk about spoilers.
Okay. Well,
is there anything else? Yeah, is there anything else we want to mention before we move on to the spoilers?
What do you guys think of Deacon's photography?
Can't fault the cinematography one bit, really. I mean, wow, you give me a look. It's Roger Deakins. I don't know, like, shot on film. I think he did a pretty good job.
I hate to say it. He is the master, but, like, very underwhelmed. Just, like, I didn't see anything nice in there. There was 2 shots that they went back to when Eddie Mannix, Josh Brolin, is walking down those steps, the massive pillars, and, like, that half-built statue. That's, like, gorgeous. They went back to that a couple times. That set and that, like, setup. And maybe, like, once or twice where they're driving and it's, like, the sun setting in the background. It has that Sicario, like, dark blue look. That was okay, but nothing, like, special.
I feel like he's such a jack of all trades, though, as a cinematographer. Like, when he needs to go full Deakins in Sicario and give those amazing, like, panoramas and, like, those like, money shots, you know, visually, he can deliver. But when you're shooting a film like Hail Caesar, where it's serving a purpose. Like, it's, you know, it's supposed to sort of imitate the shooting of those older films.
Yeah,
and he's
I think it was understated
into
on
that
purpose.
Style. Yeah, it was very understated.
Yeah, they're not going to have, like, these insane artsy shots in Hail Caesar. Yeah, I understand that.
Well, there was one shot, the overhead shot of the synchronized swimmers.
I was going to say, like,
I did like that.
That sequence was sick. Like, that was beautiful.
I definitely like that.
Now, my problem was whatever shots he had that were good, I immediately didn't even, like, look at and, like, recognize because I was just so upset by the movie.
You're
like,
distracted.
Yeah, I feel like his shots were kind of like
overshadowed by that.
Yeah, by how bad this movie was.
That's
so
fair.
I didn't
really
like
it.
Yeah, it's just I I don't even remember. Like I remember like one or two shots maybe, but like when you have a movie that like I did not enjoy like this, like it kind of all comes together as I didn't enjoy.
I agree.
Fair enough.
Tim, anything you like specifically? Like it sounds like you're the only one that liked it. I mean, you loved it. What did you love about it?
I never said I loved it.
You?
No, I said I liked it.
Oh, I think
I'm a part of like Scott. Like
Five Banger.
No.
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 Sorry.
No. Yeah, like I liked it. There's definitely some issues with it.
Six Banger.
I agree. Like the story could have been a little bit better. But yeah, I liked it. I'll probably give it 3 reels.
3? You sound very confident.
3?
3.
Glowing praise.
All right.
Should we get into?
Yeah, let's do our ratings then.
Tim kicked it off. Okay.
Tyler, what kind of rating you got for us?
I'm going to give this.
Give it a 0. I know you want to.
I'm probably gonna give it a 4 or something. Awful. 4 stars.
Ruthless.
Hated it. 5.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a. Can we do a heavy 0? Is that a like? I'm gonna give it a light 1.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
That is fucking ruthless.
Get down to the ground, Caesar.
Would I see it again? Absolutely not.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
I thought my rating was ruthless.
Adam, over to you.
It's not in comparison. I'm gonna go heavy 2. Just
slightly above the average.
Just right on me. Well,
that's a
right on average. Like 2.5 on Letterboxd.
Okay.
I didn't hate it, but yeah, just not like when you're Coen Brothers at this point. They're in like their legacy phase.
Yeah.
So everything they release, you got to start putting up against their entire filmography. And when they have classics in there like Fargo, Big Lebowski, No Country, you can't.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm even more angry. Cause Big Lebowski I watched 2 weeks ago. Was my last thing 2 weeks ago? Last week.
Yeah.
And it was like I I really like this movie. I want to see more Coen Brothers, and I did. And it was just like, yeah.
Like for me, you guys know,
favorite movie.
Big Lebowski is number 3 of all time.
That's what I said.
You said that last time actually, and then he corrected you. And now he's done it twice.
So, I mean, I love a lot of the Coen Brothers films, but this one for me, it's a 3. It's a 3 out of 5. 3 to 5 reels. It's just slightly above the middle for me. Didn't love it, but still, I can't give it less than half of the stars. So for me, it's the 3. Let's move on into any spoilers that we want to talk about. Anything in particular you're going to mention, perhaps?
Oh, I liked the group that called themselves The Future. I thought that was a cool concept of like
the writers.
The writers that are getting like spurned and just like shit on.
I think that's like an allegory to like the Coens, like
for sure.
How they feel.
Obviously, it's the Coens like putting some commentary in about how they know they've written all their movies and they've written movies for other people, including a Best Picture nominee this year, Bridge of Spies.
Yeah,
and I think they're trying to stick up for the little guy and kind of just saying how like the studios shit on the writers and don't really give them their due respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was again cool concept. I didn't actually like love the characters.
It wasn't executed well.
Yeah,
like the great concept was not done well.
That's this movie to a T. Like it's just all these great concepts. I'm like, oh yeah, it's awesome, but they just didn't execute it.
And how like lame was it when Channing Tatum when they're on the rowboat?
Oh
they,
my
row
god!
Him out to the submarine.
Why?
Like, he gets on. I'm like, why do I care right now? This is so boring and like lame.
I literally felt that in the theater. I can't believe you felt the exact same thing.
I was like, this is dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the second he like steps up and gives that like smug look and they're all staring at him, it's supposed to, like epic music with the submarine. I'm just like, don't give
I was like, was this supposed to be epic? Like it looked.
What is this supposed to be?
Was it
funny?
supposed to be funny? Like ironic? I don't. That was a miss for me.
It's almost funny because there's so many great concepts. I'm like, yeah, like imagine if a different director like had this movie, but it's like if you read this like idea for a movie, you'd be like, oh shit, the Coen Brothers would
be perfect,
be amazing for that. And then they do it and they just mail it in.
One thing I did like that was a surprise for me was the fact that Tilda Swinton played 2 people.
I was not a fan.
It was twice as bad.
Why? Like,
Yeah.
good one.
Wow.
Thank you.
Like, why? Like, why? It's just weird.
Wow.
Like, they didn't make any attempt to make her, like, different at all. It was just kind of, like, lame.
But the exact same.
I will say, though, like, when she...
Kill yourself, Scott.
Sorry.
When she was talking to...
Okay, what?
I'm going to say James Brolin's character, and it's not. It's Josh Brolin's character.
There you go.
He when like she starts talking to him, he has to take the phone call from the future, and he starts running away with the briefcase.
Oh,
that
my
was
Lord.
Absolutely hilarious. Like just him just like turn around. Yes, I'll get back to you. You talk to him, and then he just started like running the other way with the briefcase. It was like kind of like a half-assed running.
Yeah.
But I thought that was very funny, which is kind of sad, seeing as how that's like the funniest part of the movie that's coming to my mind right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone running.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny in the trailer, and then in the context of the movie, I was just like, boring, like, dull, don't give a fuck.
I was kind of sad that we didn't see very much of Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
We saw him in like literally 2 scenes, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't see much of any of the characters really.
Yeah,
Like Jonah Hill was only in like the one scene.
Yeah.
Who?
Jonah Hill was in like the one scene.
He had like 2 lines, maybe.
Yep.
I remember him speaking. Like, that was it.
It's part of the job, miss.
Oh, that's right.
And also, Frances McDormand was in like 1 scene.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Which I kind of laughed at her scene.
I know. We saw this together, Scott. I saw you laughing. I was just like, this is brutal. When she's just like hacking the dart and gets her like neck stuck in the...
But here's the thing. I didn't realize her like tie or whatever, her scarf got caught in the machine.
Like she was just
it looked like she literally had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's why
too.
I was laughing. I was like, what? She's having a stroke right now? Like, what's going on? And then she pulled her tie out. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Why is she making that face then? Like, it would have been better if she just had a stroke right there.
That would have been way
died.
funnier. Yeah. Also, I thought that was Jane Lynch.
Oh my...
He did. He leaned over to me during the scene. He was like, "Was that Jane Lynch?" I was like, "No."
No. Joel Coen isn't married to Jane Lynch.
I did like Michael Gambon as a narrator. I mean, he has a good narration.
Great voice.
Yeah.
I was like, who is that? I was trying to figure it out, and then I think I leaned over to you. I don't remember who I thought it was, but I thought it was someone else.
Pretty sure I leaned over and said, that's Michael Gambon.
Well, I said, like, who is it? And then you said.
Okay.
But I thought it was someone else. I can't remember.
He's a very distinct voice.
I thought it was the guy who voices Gimli. John Rhys-Davies?
Mm.
Yeah. Or, sorry, acts as Gimli, I should say.
The guy who is Gimli. That was Gimli.
Gimli himself.
Yeah. All right. We got anything else to say about
David Krumholtz, I thought, was pretty funny in the future group.
As Mario?
Greasy as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Did he put on weight for this movie, or is that him? Is that him now?
And he grew that nasty stash.
Disgusting. And I did when Clooney has the little cucumber sandwich things, and he's twirling them. And he's like, "Tell me, I'm a history. Yeah, I'm a history student. Tell me more." He's just twirling them by his nipples. I thought that was hilarious.
Whoever was taking the pictures.
Oh my god, that
was funny.
I will admit that was also funny. Point blank,
just staring down.
Yeah,
ejects the light bulb.
And just I don't know. I will say I like Clooney a lot. His mannerisms are hilarious. He's always leaned out in a chair with his sandal up and his thighs showing.
The most relaxed Roman ever.
And that was pretty good too. But
all right.
Yeah, it's shit. Continue.
Yeah, I guess with that, if you guys don't have anything else to say.
Nope.
Hail Caesar.
Disappointing.
Meh, Caesar.
With that, we'll move on into our news topics of the week, and it's a lot of trailers this week, guys.
Yeah.
Super Bowl just ended, actually.
Oh wow.
Denver won. Just so you guys know.
Fucking A.
You guys bet on Denver.
I didn't know there was a game on today.
But some trailers came out during the Super Bowl, and let's talk about them. Firstly, Captain America Civil War. Short little teaser trailer came out. What do we think of this trailer? Does this make you hype, Ty? Let's start with you. I know you had a reaction during it.
I did have a reaction to this.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
You don't say.
But again, I'm not over psyching myself because we know what happened with Age of Ultron.
Right.
You did look like you're gonna pass out when we were watching it.
I was super excited though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I
don't get too hype.
Robert Downey Jr. seeing him again.
Just in general, just seeing him.
Yeah, just like
great for you.
I Google
Brings
him
back
sometimes,
memories
just looking at him.
Haven't seen him since 6 months ago in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Seeing him again just really warmed your heart.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It didn't give us it wasn't like another trailer where they gave us like more like with Age of Ultron they gave us more and more and more. This one was just a quick little thing, some stuff we already know, just a few more shots.
There was a nice shot of Iron Man's Iron Man glove appearing off a watch or something, like that, and then like him blocking a gun that Winter Soldier is carrying, and like shooting him, blocking a bullet. Like that's pretty badass.
Oh my god!
I gotta say,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's short. It's a teaser.
Yeah,
got me pumped.
Which I'm okay with.
A little bit excited.
Yeah,
I think anything the Russos do now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like I'm in. If you did Winter Soldier, then I'm with you. So I trust them. It looks good. I'm in.
All right,
Tim.
I'm right there. I've been pumped for this since the first trailer.
Yeah,
awesome.
There you go.
Adam, you got any thoughts?
I got a couple thoughts for you. Looks fucking sick. I don't know. I might even like it more than the first trailer. It was amazing when Robert Downey Jr. just straight up bodies that motherfucker. Who was it? Was it Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier.
And just
point blank,
straight up point blank catches the bullet with his Iron Man gauntlet. Swag.
Yeah.
Just gets swagged on by RDJ.
He's just wearing a suit with his sunglasses and everything.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, Ty had a full erection. That's guaranteed. And I loved, like, I was gonna say the score, what they used as the score, the chant. What were they saying?
United we stand.
Yeah,
United we stand. United we stand. United we fall. United we fall.
Awesome, love that. And just the money shot of them all squaring off, like the two lineups.
Yeah. I actually saw Ant-Man this time.
I was gonna say, you actually see him with a new helmet. Yeah, tweak the helmet a little bit. Looked pretty cool.
So I gotta ask you guys: are you Team Cap or are you Team Iron Man?
Sorry, Tyler.
I don't have.
I'm Team Cap.
Wow. Team Cap. Ty.
Team Iron Man.
Is it worth asking?
Yeah. What's wrong with you,
Adam?
I just have decided this right now. Team Iron Man, just for swagging out and catching that bullet like a bouse.
Wow. What about Captain America on the steps with a shield and Winter Soldier behind him with a rifle?
Not nearly as cool.
That's pretty sick, though.
That's pretty sick.
I did really like the shot, actually. Like, I thought it was a sick shot of Winter Soldier, like, all up in this, like, machine, like, hooked up to all these, like, tubes and everything. Like, the second shot of it.
Yeah, not sure what that was.
I don't know. I thought that just looked, like, really badass.
Yeah.
Like, it was a really kind of cool looking shot.
Scott?
I'm Team Cap, though.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm Team Cap.
So we're 50-50.
Well, you're obviously wrong.
Yeah.
So.
It's
Sorry
just,
for being wrong,
boy.
dude.
2-2.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Let's move on into our next trailer then, and that is Jason Bourne. I don't know if there's a title yet for it. Is it untitled still?
I think it's just Jason Bourne 5 right now.
Jason Bourne 5.
Jason Bourne 5.
Or
very
4.
short teaser.
Jason Bourne 4.
Didn't see much. What do you guys think about Jason Bourne 5 teaser? Tim?
Looks interesting. Doesn't feel like a Jason Bourne movie per se. But it's pretty early on. I'm not super pumped for it or anything, but
no,
we'll see where it goes.
Well, the Bourne movies, like the Bourne, I'm going to say trilogy because
franchise.
Who counts the fourth? Yeah. So the Bourne series was like really new to me this year. I watched it for the first time this year. I loved those movies, all three of them.
Me too.
And so seeing this, very different. Like you can obviously tell it's not going to be the same as 1, 2, or 3. But then you did see like classic elements, like you did see like the city.
Just remembering things.
Yeah, the city, like people standing around in a boardroom talking about Jason Bourne. So I was very, very excited about that.
Yeah, for me it felt weird. Like tonally it felt a little bit different than the other ones. Like the opening shot of him like fighting like Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, that's exactly what
like,
I thought.
What the heck? Like he almost felt like Batman Begins or something too. Like kind of weird. Oh wow. Oh, I'm seeing what you sent to our chat here. I don't know if that's actually news or not, but anyways, and the weird shot of him like fighting at the end. I don't know. It just felt weird tonally. Like it didn't fit for me. Yeah.
No, yeah, it seems odd.
Yeah, I'm not really excited for this.
I loved it. Looks badass. I've never seen Matt Damon so shredded in my life.
Do you realize that we just agreed 3 times in a row?
What's that?
Hell? What?
Yeah.
You're calling back, yeah.
Hail Caesar.
It is frozen over.
Team Iron Man.
I know
Jason
it's
Bourne.
frozen over because Switolski just agreed 3 times in a row. I wish you didn't say that. Yeah, it looks like shit. Fuck this movie. No, it looks great. Obviously, we didn't see much. I guess it could be terrible, but for a 30-second teaser, it definitely got me hype. I can't believe Matt Damon got so jacked. Like, who knew?
I don't know, like he feels like he's like turning into a superhero now. Like, trying
yeah.
to compete with the superhero franchises.
Well, keep in mind, much like Jason Bourne, I remember nothing about the trilogy. I saw like 10 years ago. So
All right.
I'm not the expert on this
Fair enough.
franchise, but
Let's move on into our next trailer, and that is Independence Day. I forget the tagline to this movie.
Independence
what goes
Day.
up
Regret.
must come down.
Regret.
Yeah.
What do we think of this teaser for Independence Day?
Yeah.
Was that Lady Gaga singing in the beginning, by the way?
It looks. The first trailer got me a little bit excited. This kind of undid that.
Undid all the excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that line. What goes up must come down. Cracked the hell out of me.
Again, this is like one of the reasons why I have a love-hate relationship with Jeff Goldblum.
It's not his fault.
It's not, but it's just the way he delivers it. It's
definitely
just
not his fault.
you gotta get angry at Jeff Goldblum for saying it. Like it's just like,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just such a brutal one-liner. It's like bad writing. I'm afraid.
what does that have to do with anything?
I'm honestly afraid.
Like, why even say that?
What goes up must come down. Like,
Yeah.
it's
True.
just the most generic.
It is a
benign,
fact.
I think
stupid one-liner.
it's bad, but I think it's intentional. I think it's definitely self-aware. Like, I don't think they're all thinking, like, you guys do know the first Independence Day is ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
No, it's cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah, like, I think people are getting the wrong...
But the first trailer, like, it was like serious.
I think it was pretty self-aware when he's like, this is definitely bigger than the first one.
I guess.
It's
But
the same vein. I think it's intending to be like a 90s camp action spoof. And I thought the visual effects were really impressive.
yeah, there were some
I
nice,
was like, holy shit, this is like too good. Like, this doesn't match. The quality of the effects is too good for the quality of the movie.
yeah. Like, how do you top the practical effects of the first Independence Day? Of, like, the White House exploding and stuff like that?
Iconic.
Very iconic.
Mhm.
Like, that shot.
Yeah.
That, like, low shot looking up at the White House and, like, the beam coming down, just blowing it up.
Amazing.
Like, amazing shot. So how do you up the ante? Like, they clearly are upping the ante on this in this movie.
Yeah,
They're
they
trying.
are.
Oh, I can commend them on that. I'm just afraid that the acting and the plot, the story is gonna be stupid. I don't
Oh,
know.
it will be. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the intent, like, they're not, right? The intent is to be that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't care a fuck about the first one or the second one. I just...
All right.
Yeah, no,
it looks like what it is.
I'm pretty sure I must have said this before, but it's, you look at the first one when it was not completely unrealistic. Like, obviously Alien's not realistic at all, but like they did it in a way that was kind of like not beating it in your face, that it was total like nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like completely unrealistic, whereas this one here just looks stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, they went total overboard with it.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on into our next trailer then, and that is Jungle Book. We got to see some animals talking, guys. Anyone want to give their thoughts on Jungle Book? New Jungle Book trailer that we saw.
I'll
Directed by
jump
Jon
in.
Favreau. Adam, let's hear it.
This could, let me just say, this could be terrible, but I'm in. I love the cast.
Covering your ass on that one there.
Covering my ass, because I could see some things going wrong, but the visual effects look amazing, and I'm no CGI fan, but they look fucking amazing. Baloo looks real. That's it. move like Revenant Bear. Look out, Baloo's coming, bud. Bill Murray is Baloo. Christopher Walken is King Louie. Fuck you, take my money.
Yeah.
It's he was born to play King Louie.
Yeah.
I've got ears on my ears. Hilarious. Loved it.
What does that mean?
Looks great. Idris Elba was amazing.
Yeah, he's by far the best part of that trailer.
Right? Who voices the Black Panther character?
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, really?
He's good too.
Yeah.
He was alright. I wasn't like, Ben Kingsley!
Yeah, you didn't really tell.
His voice was very, I don't know, like, it didn't stand out among the very iconic voices of Idris Elba, of
Christopher Walken,
and Bill Murray.
I love
very iconic voices.
Scarlett Johansson. Wouldn't say like an iconic voice. She's done like a few voices.
She's iconic now with her.
With
her.
Yeah.
She's done like some voice work before, but like I'd say this is like you can tell this is her.
Mm-hmm. I definitely love the score too. They worked in the classic Jungle Book theme into like a hype score. That's Tim for you. Thank you.
Tim's bits.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm in.
You're in? I liked it. I don't know. Like I'm not super hyped for this movie. I don't know.
Jon Favreau, I'm hyped.
It's still a little bit weird seeing those like realistic CG, supposedly realistic CG animals. Like I don't know.
Supposedly.
It's still weird. This sort of like uncanny valley of.
Yeah.
Of.
I see what you're saying. I
know this is all CG, and this kid is just running around in like a green playground.
Yeah.
And like running on stuff.
A soundstage in LA, to quote Jon Favreau.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, like I don't know. I can't get that out of my mind for some reason when I watch this. That when he's like jumping on branches, it's like a green post, a green like
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not hiding it. Like they're marketing that. They're going with that gimmick that. Like when Jon Favreau showed this trailer at D23, he told the crowd, before you watch this, keep in mind we shot this on a soundstage in LA, and like that's kind of what they're pushing. Like look at how far CGI's come.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
it did look pretty luscious and like colorful environments, considering again.
And
like a gray,
vibrant and colorful, and we all know how that
looked like shit. Also,
true.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence right now about Jungle Book. Like it could be great, but I don't know. I'm tentative.
That's fair.
I can't really commit to being hyped.
I think it could have Avatar level visual effects.
Really? Yeah. Right. Tim, Ty, you guys?
I'm in. Like it.
Ooh. Tim.
Also agree though it could be terrible.
Yeah. Like let's not dance around it.
Yeah.
This could be a piece of shit. But it looks Avatar-ish in its visual effects.
I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that I was never like a huge Jungle Book fan of the animated like Disney version.
You bastard, I was.
Like I liked it. It wasn't like one of my like favorite like animated movies like growing up. Like I never really like went back to it and like rewatched it like other ones like
I did.
Lion King or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It maybe I didn't have that nostalgia for it as much as others might have.
I'll agree with you to an extent on that. I never went and watched it like repeatedly. It wasn't like my favorite Disney movie ever.
Yeah.
But I did watch it like a lot as a kid. Nostalgia didn't really carry over for me because I feel like it's just like very different. Like you can't take like something animated like that and then the nostalgia's kind of lost for me a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that it's not translating well between animated to real.
Animated?
Yeah. Fuck you, Scott.
2D animated to 3D animated.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling that kind of nostalgia, but I've got to say, this trailer kind of took away a bit of the mystery for me. In the first trailer, you saw like you
didn't hear the voice.
There was no speaking. It was all like very mysterious. You saw like a lot of animals, like not a lot going on, just a lot of like really intense quick shots.
Now you can kind of see the tone of how the movie's going to turn out.
Kind of took away from the first trailer a little bit, which I'm seeing as a bit of a negative.
I definitely like the first trailer better.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just me.
Really?
No, I definitely agree with you.
Just because there's a little bit, with you, like again, there's a little bit more mystery to it.
Wow. Tim, this trailer or the first trailer, which is better?
If you put Idris Elba in the first trailer, would have been perfect.
Boom.
I do like hearing Idris Elba.
I agree. I like the tone of this one because it the first trailer looked okay, but I thought like this is very dark and very like why did they cut this like Prometheus or something? It was like boom, had like the Hans Zimmer score. I'm like, this is fucking Jungle Book. Get it out of here. And then this new trailer had the awesome like original Jungle Book theme worked into the score, so it had the fun tone. Had the what I will admit was a butchered one-liner from Bill Murray at the very end. Like, did anyone find that funny?
No.
Was it supposed to be funny?
Probably.
I don't even.
Yeah, that was funny, right?
I'm forgetting what the line was.
I'm helping Baloo hibernate for the winter.
Oh.
Bears don't hibernate in the jungle. Well, I don't hibernate, but I take many naps.
Yep, nothing.
Just nothing.
That sound you just heard? Yeah, silence.
Crickets.
Wow.
But I'm in.
Alright, let's move on into our next trailer, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. What do we guys think of this trailer? Tim, I gotta start with you.
Gotta go to the turtle head here.
I'm going to preference this with the fact that when I reviewed
Oh, God.
the trailer last time, I was pretty hype.
Yes.
And I mentioned that if Krang happens to show up in this movie, I will lose my shit.
The shit has been lost, I'm guessing.
My shit has been lost.
Let's go.
Tim, find your shit, because it is lost.
I'm afraid to admit this. I'm excited
Say
to see
it.
this movie.
Say it.
I'm excited to see this movie.
Wow.
I still don't know if I'll pay for it. I'll probably wait and watch it some other way, but I'll check it out for sure.
Some other way. Air quotes.
There you go.
Wow. Tyler, who has recently seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And
Let me preface by
3.5 on Letterboxd for the original Michael Bay produced TMNT.
Just that 3.5 on Letterboxd translates to a heavy 3.
Thinks I know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
31 weeks in, I know.
Yeah. Just saying.
This trailer, though.
I'm with Tim. This looks fucking awesome.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Drop
Alright.
the mic.
Yeah.
Over to you, Adam.
Well, the first trailer, I was roped in by the Tricky Run DMC with the turtle van.
Mm-hmm.
They really nailed the tone of Turtles. And then in this second trailer, when I saw the back of the bald-headed gentleman, and then a close-up of Krang, what I believe to be Krang.
What's Krang?
They look like Krang.
I don't know if you boys heard the from me, but I'm fucking hyped. They've gone
What?
full retard, and they're just embracing like full turtle head,
Mayhem.
just mayhem. I'm in, and that's the only way to do it.
Mayhem.
How the fuck did we disagree on Michael Bay's Teenage
Oh my
Mutant
God,
Ninja
we're
Turtles?
agreeing on everything.
Great. Scott,
I'm out.
you're pumped.
I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Oh shit! 90s kids unite. Nostalgia has taken over.
I might have to see the first TMNT because I haven't seen it yet.
You
So
son of a
good.
bitch. It's
I
a
can't-
2.5.
I can't
What's
really-
wrong with you?
I can't really hate
Yeah,
on
right.
it on this trailer. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. They're just embracing what they are. They're not trying to be something that they're not and be super serious or something. They're
Kind of how I felt about Independence Day too.
yeah. I don't know. They're embracing what they are.
Yeah.
And they're not taking themselves too seriously, which I can appreciate that. And I definitely enjoyed this trailer.
They're doing what Transformers should have done 4 movies ago. Like, if this thing's like an hour 35 instead of 2.5 fucking hours like Transformers movies, and if they're not going like super serious and like taking itself seriously, yeah, why not? Like, it could definitely be a fun action movie.
There's a huge difference. Is like you gotta remember that when it comes to Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're both toys. And
Right.
I feel like they've kind of forgotten that when they did the Transformers movies.
Yeah, they tried to make it what it's not,
Yeah.
like some serious
World-ending kind of
Yes,
yeah.
yes, totally.
You need that humor to it. Which,
And I've heard good things about the director. The director of the first one is a schmuck. He did the 2 Titan movies with Sam Worthington. I don't know what they're called. Titan.
Clash
They
of
call them
Titans
Titans.
and Wrath of
There you go. And this guy did something Earth to Echo, I believe, which I have heard decent things about. Looks bad, but shout out to Movie Fights. They say he's really good, and they were like hyped for this movie, and now I see why. He's like a
Alright.
good upcoming director.
Fair enough. I think we're all hyped for TMNT too.
I see this.
Yeah.
A shocker.
See this over Transformers 5, directed by Michael Bay. 10 times out of 10.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We are all hyped for Tmnt 2. A sentence I never thought I would hear.
Wow.
Hey, you put Krang in a movie, I gotta go just for the balls to do it.
Next trailer, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Ooh. What do we think of this trailer? This teaser. I mean, I haven't seen Cloverfield, but let's start with you guys who have seen Cloverfield.
Yeah, this just added a little bit extra to the first trailer that came out a couple weeks ago. Still excited for it.
Still excited?
That's all I got.
That's all you got? We learned a couple new things.
40 seconds. Yeah, you learned that she's pretty much kidnapped into that room instead of being like that guy's daughter or whatever, but...
There's a house, something going on.
Yeah.
What's up with the house at the end? Like,
that's probably where they are. They're probably underneath the house. That's my guess.
They must be, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm interested.
Tyler?
I am intrigued. I wouldn't say I'm hype.
You're not Tmnt too
Not
hype?
team. I'm. Again, it's very mysterious. You don't know what's going on. Is it some sort of a continuation of Cloverfield? Like, is it like?
Is that connection a marketing ploy?
Yeah.
It probably isn't. Or is there a connection?
So I don't know. I'm still really on the fence. I'd have to wait and see more.
Fair enough.
Adam? Yeah, not too different from the original teaser. Like, I don't feel like I learned all that much. I'm definitely still gonna see it. Like, I'm still in. Still pretty excited. I guess it comes out soon, next month?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of did like a surprise album style. Just
Yeah.
basically dropped the movie like a month after the trailer. Yeah, I'll definitely be seeing it. It looks good. I am intrigued by the final shot with the light kind of engulfing the house, and what I sounded like some sort of monstrous like roar. So I'm praying this is a Cloverfield tie-in. Did you guys notice that sound at the end?
Yeah.
So
Probably.
I'm hoping I'm praying like they've heard all the chatter online, like, oh man, I don't think this is connected, and that was their like wink that it is in fact like connected to Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Like 100% connected. So yeah, that makes me a little more optimistic. But I'd probably say, I guess what Ty said, like, I'm not hype, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys see Cloverfield, I'm sure it would help you to be more intrigued. I can't, Scott, I'm astonished you haven't seen it. I thought you saw it.
Nah, like,
That's
shaky
crazy.
cam, monster movie, I was like, meh.
It wasn't like a Blair Witch kind of thing. It was actually well done.
It's 4 out of 5 for me.
Wow.
I'd have to give it a rewatch. But
This trailer for me, like,
Love it.
it was intriguing. Like, I feel like this movie is sort of like a one room, kind of like this sort of a very intimate kind of like movies, like 3 characters or something.
Mm-hmm.
Room.
Yeah.
It seems like a small movie.
With a
Like a
monster.
very small kind of scope to start, and I don't know, like I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. That I can't really say. Yeah, again, I can't really say I'm hyped, but yeah, I'm intrigued. So we go on to the next trailer, and that is X-Men Apocalypse. What do we think of X-Men Apocalypse? We saw a couple new shots. We saw Olivia Munn as Psylocke flying through with like a lightsaber.
Doesn't look great. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Ruthless!
Scared about this one. This is very CGI heavy, unlike the last couple that were like didn't look as CGI heavy.
Movie or trailer or
Both in general.
yeah,
Yeah, it seems like every scene is like this huge like action set piece.
CG
which is-
fest. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm worried about this one.
I'll jump in.
Adam.
Also worried. Was very hyped when I heard the title of the movie and Oscar Isaac playing Apocalypse and the whole concept. First trailer, I was very underwhelmed. I'm like, okay, I'm sure it'll still be good. Now this TV spot, more of the same. Like, it just looks like a video game.
Yeah.
There's just overkill with all the CGI. Like, when Olivia Munn came in, I just thought that looked terrible when she did, as you said, that lightsaber
Purple
chop.
lightsaber smash. I don't.
Psylocke, Olivia Munn, like, get her out. Nope.
Fassbender's doing his usual like
Ugh.
scream, trying to like move something
Yeah,
metal,
yeah.
like his yell,
I don't
agitated
know.
yell.
I'm a little worried. I'm very underwhelmed by this.
Yeah,
And I just feel like, what is this, the 6th, 7th X-Men movie? I'm just getting to a point where it's like this like superhero team-up fatigue, I think.
I'm hopefully
Sorry.
optimistic about this film. Like, I feel like it could be good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be shit. I'm just saying.
Just the shot of Quicksilver just got me hyped, just because I know we're getting a Quicksilver scene in this movie. So that was a pretty awesome moment in the last movie. So
Yeah.
I know they're holding their cards close to their chest on that one, but this trailer it didn't really add anything more for me. Like it was very, I don't know, like meh.
Yeah. It felt like they just were like, let's remind people this is coming out since we have a Super Bowl slot.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we showed Psylocke. Like, great. I don't care. It didn't really do anything for me. Yeah. Anything else?
Your name, sir? Ty?
Yes.
Ty, is it?
Yes.
You want to speak?
I am new here.
Okay.
This felt too, I don't know, like end of the world-ish. Like I know like that's kind of like what the movie's kind of supposed to be about, but it seems like that's
literally called Apocalypse.
I know that, but it seems like they're like preying too much on that. You know, like it seems like there's just like nothing else going on. It's just death. Everything's ending. There's too much going on.
You know what it felt like to me? How everyone says the end of Man of Steel with the city destruction is just mind-numbing.
Mm-hmm.
It goes on for like too long. That's what this movie looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like Day After Tomorrow. Insert X-Men.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Why do I give a fuck?
Yeah. It's kind of a shame because you know what?
Again, 5 X-Men movies.
Yeah. The last few, like what Tim said, the last few we've seen were very good movies.
Were you guys hype about the Days of Future Past trailers or anything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was losing my shit for those.
I'm trying to remember back to
the first trailer for
those
Days of
and
Future
compare
Past. I was like losing my shit.
Yeah, they had the song from Sunshine playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot. Yes.
Wow.
You see older Wolverine like with a gray streak, like Future.
And that's the other thing. Like they reshot parts of this. Wolverine? No, we haven't seen Wolverine at all yet in any of these trailers.
Wow, I still hasn't confirmed if he's in it. Yeah.
I heard that he was again, sweetie story. I cannot confirm any of this, but I heard that they did reshoots to bring him into it. I feel like we
may have heard.
I think we heard we might have discussed this, but they.
By the way, he's not confirmed as being in it.
Wow.
He was awkwardly at the panel at Comic-Con though, and he just kind of didn't say anything. It was very awkward. So I feel like he is.
He's got to be in it.
Yeah.
Like, how do you still have him in your universe and not use him? Like, it's dumb.
It doesn't make much sense. No. Although he has not been in an X-Men movie before in First Class. Well, he had a cameo.
Yeah.
Literally one line.
But he had a bigger part in the last one. Why not continue it?
Yeah. Which is critically considered the best or something. I don't know, people loved it, so I can't see why they wouldn't want to do it.
I did I know it's kind of going way back, but his sort of interactions with the younger mutants, in the first second X-Men actually, which is a lot of younger X-Men in Apocalypse. I would kind of like to see his old grizzled Wolverine interact with new green mutants. I don't know, that'd be pretty fun to me.
For sure.
It doesn't seem like we're gonna get a fun, I don't know, movie. No. It's gonna be it seems very serious.
Yeah.
We'll see though. There's one other trailer that we watched, and that's not a Super Bowl trailer, and that is a movie starring, written, directed by Don Cheadle, and that is Miles Ahead. It's a Miles Davis biopic, starring, like I said, Don Cheadle, Ewan McGregor. Michael Stuhlbarg is apparently in it, who I did not realize from the trailer. What do we think of this movie? It's called Miles Ahead.
I'm gonna be blunt. This looks terrible.
Really?
Really bad. I don't know if it's just a trailer that's really cut really, really poorly, but the trailer had no flow at all. It kind of reminds me of the Matthew McConaughey trailer we reviewed a couple weeks ago, the Free State Jones, that was just cut terribly.
Yeah.
This trailer's cut horribly. Doesn't look good at all.
Ruthless.
Touche.
I'm going to agree with Tim on that. It this looks like it has the making to be a good movie, but they're ruining it with the trailer. We keep seeing Don Cheadle playing Miles Davis Jr. and then we see flashbacks to him playing someone else who looks nothing like Miles Davis Jr. So it's kind of it's the same person, but it's why are we flip flopping between past and future in the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the movie it goes back and forth.
Yeah, and I can understand, but give us
when
what
he was
the
at
movies...
his height to now when he was sort of
yeah,
old and kind of washed out.
Set one mood for it and stick to that. Don't go between past and future in the trailer. Yeah. We don't need to know that's what it's about in the first trailer we're seeing.
Fair enough. Miles ahead.
Don't care. I like Don Cheadle. He's a good actor. But yeah, the trailer is just like this could be good, and he could be good in it. But the trailer just cut poorly, and the music was so off. Like it was so underwhelming when the way it would just cut.
I mean, it's sort of like it's his music, so
that was Miles Davis Jr.
Like when it would cut to like jazzy music. Like,
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
true.
An expert on his music, so I can't say whether or not that was actually his music.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was something like his music. And it's sort of it's a weird juxtaposition of this like jazzy, like calming music.
Right.
Like him like going crazy, like pointing a gun at someone. Like it's
yeah.
it's just like it's very weird.
Right?
Like juxtaposition, and his voice really I maybe that's what Miles Davis sounds like. Again, I'm not an expert on Miles Davis, but he's like whisper yelling at people. Like it's like a weird. He's like whispering, but he's like yelling at the same time.
You're about 19,000 short, but that'll do.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's a really weird. What I don't know.
So they brought in Alec Baldwin for voice training.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's what he sounds like. I don't think he pulled like a Samuel L. Jackson on Kingsman. I was like, look, I'm fucking doing a lisp.
Yeah.
Or like, look, I'm doing a whisper voice.
And is this Don Cheadle's directorial debut?
Right, he directed it himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I guess it's a passion project because he wrote with someone else, I think.
He wrote it.
Co-wrote with someone else, directed and starred in this movie about Miles Davis. So it's got to be a passion project. But yeah, I'm with you guys. It's cut weird. I'm not really hyped for it. I mean, it could be good. It's potential if the trailer was just cut bad. I mean, I did see the Rotten Tomatoes score on it. Apparently, some people have seen it.
Oh, okay.
What are we looking at?
Not so good, eh?
Mid-70s.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it was playing at some festivals or something.
It's pretty good.
So
well, again,
we'll see when it comes out.
Those percentages are always deceiving. Like
it's very early.
When I hear mid-70s, I'm like, oh shit, good. But then I remember that could be an average rating of 6 out of 10. It's like,
yeah. So I mean, that's kind of in line with how I kind of feel about it. Like it's
looks like
just slightly above average. So I think with that, if you guys don't have anything else to say about Miles Ahead,
that's all I got.
Yeah. I got it all out.
We're gonna go ahead and call it on this episode. This is episode 31 of the Up Real Late podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at Up Real Late. You can find us on iTunes. Just search Up Real Late Podcast and we'll pop up right there. And you can follow me on Letterboxd at Up Real Tim.
You can find us on Facebook at Up Real Late Podcast, as well as on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can follow me on Letterboxd at Up Real Ty, Tye.
Tye, nice.
Yeah.
You can follow me, Adam, on Twitter at Franey25, Franey 25. And on Letterboxd and Instagram at UprealAdam, real like a fishing reel.
You can follow me, Scott, on Letterboxd at UprealScott. And like I said earlier, if you guys do like our videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, guys, keep it real.